Hello, welcome to today's show, which is about family life. How to fast track life stories, life story writing and creating while raising a family. The show today is sponsored by the Structure Success Video Training, which is a special video training I created to help you come up with an outline for your project. It could be an autobiography, a memoir, a biography, or some other life story project. So stay with me to the end of the show and I'll give you the details on how to get your hands on this free video training. If this is the first time you've come across Forever Young Autobiographies, a big hello. It's where we learn how to create life stories for family and friends so that unique memories can live on for future generations. Now today's show is about family life, writing, creating with kids, little ones in the house. Now I'm hopeful that you've got little ones, you've had little ones, perhaps they're coming in the future, whether that's grandkids or great-grandkids. They really are a joy, they make you smile. But geez, can they put the brakes on productivity when you are trying to be creative? But I have learnt some tricks of my own over the last decade or so, having my own kids, and I've got some ideas for you to share on how to get your writing done while caring for young ones. So to start off, I wanted to just talk about having some expectations of what is possible when we're looking after children. Now look, I think you have to be kind to yourself, show yourself a little bit of grace and know that, yep, we're not going to be able to get as much done as if we didn't have the children running around, and that's okay. For example, you might have a newborn. Now that's going to take up most of your time, looking after the baby, looking after yourself and any other children that you might have. So just be okay with that. The expectations are really different for that season of life, and you're just going to have to be able to fit in little bits of writing where you can around your responsibilities. But as this baby grows, as these children grow, you're going to have more and more time to then keep creating. But I think that the essence here is just to give yourself, in the short term, that permission. Give yourself revised expectations of what you can get done. So it's not going to put too much pressure on yourself. That's a really great place to start. My big tip for the show is, though, this number 2 point, which is working in around the kids, specifically doing your writing, your creating when they're 1, sleeping, or 2, napping. I've really found this to be really productive. So you could get up before they're awake in the morning if they're not super early risers, or you could try the middle of the day or some period of the day where they're having quiet time, where they're having a nap. Or at the other end of the day when they've gone to bed, hopefully staying in bed. So they're kind of my suggestions. I've found over the years that the mornings are really best for me and my family. I can get up early before the kids are awake, hopefully, and get the work done there. When I'm rested, I'm more creative, my work's higher quality than if I was really tired at the end of the night. You're just going to have to find out what's best for you. And know that, again, look, we're talking families here, you plan to get up, but then there's the best laid plans can go astray. We've got, the kids might have illness, they might be teething, they might be throwing a tantrum when you're trying to work. And look, just know that with different kids and different ages, it's going to be slightly different how you're going to fit your writing into that mix. But my recommendation is when they're sleeping or when they're napping. Try for that. Now my other tip for the show today is to don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, because raising kids, you definitely need some time out, not just to recharge, but for your sanity and hopefully for writing and being creative with life stories. Now you could ask your partner if they could help you out by giving you some time, maybe a little bit daily or a specific time weekly. That can be dedicated to getting some focus time back on yourself, your health, but also doing things like you love, like whether it's a life story project or something else. Really important to ask for help so you get that time back. Now, if it's not your partner, or you could try your other family, friends, you could get creative by trading a play date with maybe some other parents or grandparents just think about ways that you can, find some time, a little slice of time, whether it's weekly or when you can. Now, depending on time availability and money, that kind of thing, you might be able to organise a babysitter. That's really handy. Or you might be able to get some daycare help or some kindergarten help. All of those are really going to help you get some time back in your week, get some help for, just being you and getting some more work done on your projects. So there's a little bit, some suggestions on finding some writing time with kids. To recap, I sort of stressed number one, you need to just revise those expectations, be kind on yourself. Number two is think about sleep and nap time. That's really when I find the best, most productive time to get some writing done. And thirdly is to ask for help. You might be able to get some help from your partner, friends and family. That's really going to increase your productivity. Now this is just a summary of an article I've got over at my website. Please go find out more over there. Go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/family-life. I'll have the link for you down below in the description box as well. So please click on that one. And while you're there or while you're here, I'd love to know, answer this question for me. Have you got a family life productivity tip to share with fellow parents or grandparents? Come on, don't be shy, we can all share. It's amazing what we can get out of other people's experiences. So please leave me a comment over at the website or here in the comment section. And you can always email me anytime at foreveryoungautobiographies.com/contact. Now, I can help you with whether you're planning a project, you're creating it, writing it, polishing it, or getting it ready to publish and share. Before I go, I mentioned the Structure Success video training at the top of the show. This is a step-by-step video. I've recently revamped it, had done a version 2 if you like, on this, and it's where I sit down with you and we figure out the key events of a life, the key memories of a life, and then we organise those into a rough outline or a rough chapter outline. Really good roadmap for when you're starting a project or maybe you're reassessing a project, making sure you've hit all the big things. So to get that, you need to go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/structure success. Sign up. Again, links down below or over at the article on the website. So I'll be back again really soon with another topic. Thank you for tuning in. Be really happy if you could follow, subscribe, like the show, share it with a friend, even leave it a review if you found it of value. So until then, everybody, happy writing.